Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another one of our seniors workouts from home. Today is going to be a nice mix of exercises for the whole body, and I will make sure that you'll get some stretching in at the end as well. So let's get started with some stretches and a warm-up. I'd like it if you can get your feet set about shoulder width apart. I want you to reach your arms out to the side and then rotate your right arm forwards so that the palm faces the back of the room. Draw the arm across the back of your torso and then draw the left arm across. You should look like this by the end of it, or at least try to be making your fingers touch. Get as far across as you can. Pull your shoulders back and down, and then I'd like for you to look straight up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, and then release those arms, rotate them forwards and backwards. You can go a little faster than me, or you can go a little bit slower than me. Good, now take the left arm, cross it over, and then the right arm. Pull the shoulders back and down, look up at the ceiling, take a deep breath in. Slowly release, stretch those arms out to the side again. We're going to do a few more of these rotations forwards and backwards. And then cross those arms behind your back one more time. This time you can choose which one is closer to your back. I want you to tilt your head to the left while you make sure to pull the shoulders down. And then tilt your head to the right. Still pulling those shoulders down. Draw your head to the left once more. And then draw your head to the right once more. You release your arms. I'd like for you to tilt your chin in towards your chest and draw your head all the way to the left, all the way back, all the way to the right, and all the way forwards. We'll do that one more time in the same direction. And then once you get to your original position, your starting position, you can change direction. We're going to do 2 full rotations in this direction now. You can go a little slower or a little faster than me. Take your time, especially around those areas that you feel a little tighter in. Excellent, and release. I'd like for you to reach straight ahead with your arms. I'd like for you to pull the shoulders down and pull them back. Then stretch them forward, but keep them down. Don't let them hunch up, and then back. And then forwards, and then back. We'll do that for 10, 9, 8, try to exaggerate this movement of your shoulders, 7, 6, give me the fullest range of motion that you can get, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to open your wingspan up, and if you need to drop the hands a little bit because you've got some difficulty in your shoulders, feel free to do so. If you can keep the hands at shoulder height, even better. Open the wingspan up as much as possible. Pull the arms back so that it is an effort. This is not a passive raise of our arms. I'm actually working to keep my elbows pulled back, squeezing the muscles in behind my shoulder, along my thoracic spine, and I'm stretching out this top line of muscle tissue in my chest, in the front of my shoulders, and my biceps. Now you can finally relax. Let's do some alternating shoulder circles backwards. Left and then right. Left and then right. Again, you can follow this at your own pace. You can move faster or slower. Let's switch direction. So alternating left and right going forwards now. It's been a while since I've done this one. Try not to take too much time to stop and think about it. I want your left arm shoulder to continue to do a circle going forwards, and I want your right shoulder to do circles going backwards. Excellent. Hope you can coordinate that. And then switch. So the left shoulder goes backwards, the right shoulder goes forwards. And you are all done. Good work. You're going to need your rubber band for this next one. I want for you notice I do this one often because I think that we could be hitting your rotator cuff muscle. We could be working on it several times throughout the week. And it's going to have adequate time to recover. It's supposed to be working every day, so this is why you see me do different variations of the same kind of exercise fairly frequently. Let's tuck our elbows in, palms face the ceiling, Palms and hands are exactly shoulder width apart. We're going to open and close our hands as much as we can. And we'll do that for a count of 20 and 2, starting from 0, 2. We're going to keep a nice fast pace. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16. Oh, sorry, that was 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And then counting back from, before you count backwards, turn the palms down. So we have a little variation here. Tuck the elbows in. And now we can start back from 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 11, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Excellent. So that is going to be it for the warm-up of your shoulders. I just want to do one thing for your legs and the back. So if you can, keep your back nice and straight. Push the hips back. Keep a slight arch in your low back, so try not to let the tailbone tuck in. And just lower down as low as you can go. Some of you might want to stop here. Some of you might want to go lower. You can use your hands as support. Or you can stand in front of a wall that will enable you to go lower because you have a support behind you. But as long as you're flexing the knees and folding the hips and keeping your spine straight, and you're going as low as you can go, I'm happy. We'll do 5 more of these. For 5, come up, 4, come up. It's a good idea if you try to breathe in on the way down. 3, and slowly breathe out on your way up. Don't let go of your air all at once. 2, when you're holding air, 1, inside your body and you're squeezing your abs, you're giving yourself a little bit more support for the spinal column. You're increasing internal pressure. So I would like for you to grab your chair and your rubber band as well. Now, if you don't have a rubber band, you're going to be using the chair for balance and you're going to be doing a lateral leg raise. You're going to be working the same muscles. Make sure to lift your arm up, your leg up as much as possible. For those of you who have a band, I'd like for you to step on one end of the band and then hold the other end with your right hand. You can actually use the chair as a support and hold onto it with your left hand. It's not necessary, but it's a good idea. And then if you have a little loose, more loose band, you can step on that with your left foot. All right, maybe you should step back so you can see my feet. So this is what I should look like. I've got both of my feet on one end of the band and I'm holding it with my right hand. What I'd like for you to do is to take a side step and then come back. You can hold on to that chair for support the whole time. If you can't take the side step, stay on the spot, lift the leg with the band. If you can't do that, then just lift the leg and don't use the band. But I've done this again last week. I'd like you to follow along with me as I do this. We did this one last week, and the idea is that I don't want you just able to lift the leg up higher. I want you to be able to use these muscles for the purposes that we need them every day. And one of those is to be able to turn around, take some side steps, shuffle from side to side. You notice I flex my knees a little bit when I step. You don't have to. If you want to keep the legs totally straight, you can. Let's just do a few more. And then one more. Excellent. Good. Let's switch to the other side of the chair. And we'll do approximately 10 on this side. Okay, so get your feet ready, and we'll start. 1, 2, try to get at least a little bit of weight onto that left foot now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For some of you, this might be a really tough exercise. 10. And we'll do a few just for good measure. 11. For others, it might be a really easy exercise, but regardless, it's going to help all of you. You can now take that band and just put it to the side for now. I'd like for you to stand behind the chair and hold on to the top of it. I'm not going to do that so that you can actually see what I'm doing with my feet. So, move that out of the way. You really want the chair for balance on this one because it's another exercise that has us moving from side to side. So I want you to raise up onto the balls of the feet. I want you to take a little step to the left, bring your feet together, drop your heels, raise them back up, take a little step to the right, bring them together, and drop them down. We will do that 10 times in each direction, starting at 1, and then back to the right, 2, 3, 4. If you feel that you can do this, 5 without the assistance of the chair, this is 6, go ahead and do so. You can always limit the size of your steps, 7. Make things easier, 8, 9. So this one brings us to 10, 5 per side, so we've got 5 more per side, that's 10 total. 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we've just got a few more to go here. And then one more to bring us to completion. Excellent. Good. You can shake those legs out. I want to do a stretch for your calves now. I have not done it in a long time. Normally I would do this with my feet up onto the wall, but I've got a nice heavy chair here and I want to demonstrate to you how to do this. So you're going to take the ball of one foot, not the toes, the ball, and put it up against a wall. Probably a wall is going to be better than a chair because the chair is going to slide. Then straighten this leg. So if it's the ball of your left foot, you're going to straighten that leg. And then you're going to push your hips forwards. You should feel a wonderful stretch behind your knee, just behind and below the knee, maybe leading up into the hamstring. Let's just take 3 or 4 slow deep breaths in and out, taking our time for 1. Slow exhalation. 2. 3. Let go of that breath slowly. And then 1 more. Okay, excellent. You can shake that foot out. Go ahead and replace your other foot. We're going to do the same stretch. So get the ball of the right foot or the other foot elevated, straighten the leg, and start pushing the hips forwards until you feel like you've got a moderate stretch at least. It should be a good stretch should always be just past the point of slight discomfort. So it shouldn't be extremely uncomfortable. If it is, there's something wrong about your technique, or you're probably just going too deeply into the stretch. So let's just hold this for 3 more deep breaths in. 2 more. And then 1 more. All right. I'm going to get you staying on your feet a little longer today, so grab that rubber band again. If you don't have a rubber band, you can use some 1 or 2 pound or 3 pound weights, whatever is appropriate for you. 5 pound weights if you can manage. Or you can use, if you don't have weights, you can use cans of food. Anything that's equal weight from right to left. So what I'd like for you to do is stand on the band with 1 or both feet, depending on how much tension you've got in your band already. We're going to flex our biceps up to about 90 degrees, maybe a little less than that, and then we're going to push our arms forwards, tuck our elbows in, and then repeat. All right? But while we do this, we'll spell enthusiastic forwards and backwards. So it's a flex for E, extend, tuck, and drop. N. So this is working your biceps, your chest. T, a muscle called your brachioradialis in your forearm. H, your anterior deltoid, your abs. U, make sure to be squeezing your core muscles And when you're squeezing them on an exercise like this, S, I would encourage you to suck in, pull everything in, don't pull out. Where was that? U-S-I. A, so if you were doing a breathing exercise, I'll tell you that after. S, we should focus on spelling. T, I, and C. Excellent, wonderful. So we're going to spell that backwards now, but we're going to do a different exercise. I'd like for you to either lean onto the top of the chair or fold over and put the palm of your hand onto the seat. I'll use this method because it's probably what a lot of you are going to want to use. And then just make sure to step on to one end of the rubber band with your left foot. If you don't have a rubber band, again, you can use a can of beans or you can use a dumbbell, whatever resistance is appropriate for you. So we are going to pull our arm up and extend the arm out, so extend the elbow, tuck in and drop down. And you don't have to do it robotically like that, it can be like one smooth action, right? Elbow up, extend, drop. We'll spell enthusiastic backwards from C, I, T, S. Keep the shoulder pulled down as much as you can. A, it's all right if it rises a little bit. I, S, U, H, T, N, E. Great. If you're getting tired of any of these exercises, just start to reduce the range of motion towards the end, or stop, take a break, and then continue when we're done. So we're going to set up the same way. Rest your forearm or elbow or hand on the top of the chair with your left arm or opposite arm. Step on the band with your right foot, and we're going to begin rowing. So we'll do this in a multiple of 7, starting from 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70. Excellent work. I know those are not easy exercises, but they get the front of your shoulders, the back of your shoulders, your biceps, and your triceps all in a few exercises. So stand in front of your chair. We're going to do another one standing up. This is going to be a lateral raise of the right leg and a lateral raise of our left arm. So left arm, right leg, rise at the same time. Hold onto your chair for balance. We're going to we'll count 70 backwards, starting from 70, 63, 56, 49, 42. Again, range of motion is up to you. 35, raise those limbs as high as you can. 28, 21, 14. So if you can't raise your arm this high because you've got shoulder pain, 14, just raise it up as high as you can, like this. Same thing with the legs. 7 and 0. Now, we're going to switch sides. We're going to raise the right arm and the left arm. And we'll make this a nice, easy multiple of 11, starting from 0, 11, 22. As you progress in this program, 33, and you feel a little stronger and more comfortable, 44. Maybe you can keep the chair in front of you and just touch it instead of using it as a support. 44, 55, 66. Maybe you can let go of the chair altogether. 77. Only do that if you feel confident enough. 88. And you've got some experience with the exercise already. Then 99. Then it becomes an even better exercise. 110 for your balance. Wonderful. So let's have a seat. We're going to do one more. And I'll briefly, I'm trying to keep a nice quick pace for you today so you don't get too much rest time. But as a general rule, When you're doing an exercise that you need to brace, so let's say a squat where you want to keep your spine nice and strong and straight. When we have exercises like that and I say squeeze your core, squeeze your abs, it's important to pull in when you're squeezing those muscles instead of to let the stomach out. So if you were just doing a traditional breathing exercise for meditation, you want to let the stomach out, fill the belly up with air, and then exhale. But when you're doing an exercise that requires more support from your core muscles, you need to be pulling in. If you're not, that means you're not engaging one of the crucial muscles in your abdominals, that's your rectus abdominis, which cinches in, pulls everything tight, and provides even more support for the spinal column. So they're both good techniques, letting the stomach out or tucking it in. It really depends on what the exercise is. So keep that in mind. This last exercise that we're going to do here, I want you to step on the band with your left foot. Just keep it under your left foot. And again, you can use a dumbbell and hold onto a dumbbell with both hands if you like. Or two dumbbells stacked on top of each other. So I'd like for you to put your left hand just at the end of the band and then put your right hand under that band. I want you to lift your shoulders up, pull your shoulders back, pull your shoulders down, keep them in that set position, and then extend the hands forwards. So I will show you this from the side. So this is your position. We're going to raise the hands and drop the hands as high up as we can. If you can't raise your arms up very high, then just start from the lap and then raise up to the shoulder or up to the first rib as high up as you can get. We are going to be counting this following sequence of numbers forwards and backwards. That's going to be 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, and then one more 4 just to have a little more. All right, so here we go, starting from 5, 5, keep those shoulders back and down, 5, 6, 6, try to keep nice tall posture, 6, try not to shrug, part of this exercise is developing core strength, 4, 4, 4, and another 4 because we want more. Now I want you to position that band underneath the right leg or the opposite foot that you just had. And if your left hand was on top, put your right hand on top this time. So we're just reversing the order. We're going to spell those, count those numbers backwards starting from 4. Hopefully you'll remember them now. 4, 4, 4. That's 6, 6, 6, 5, 5. All right, 5. Good work. So a lot of shoulder, a lot of chest, a lot of arm training today, some good leg work as well. We're going to finish up with some coordination work for the coordination and peripheral sight work. So you're going to want to grab your rubber band for this one, a rubber ball. I don't know where my mind is today. It's nice and sunny out. I keep looking out and thinking, gee, it's beautiful out. It's been so cold lately. So grab your bouncy ball, and what I'm going to do today, or any ball because we don't have to bounce it today, we're going to throw it. We're going to be doing ball tosses today. And ideally you're going to be tossing with one hand and catching with that same hand. Without tossing from left to right, which is what we've been doing before. So I'm making it a little bit more difficult for you today. We are going to count in a multiple of 6. I want you to hold the ball with your left hand, and I don't want you to look directly at that ball. In fact, I'd like for you to pick a point in the distance and just stare at that point. Make sure that you can see your hand and the ball within your peripheral sight. We're going to toss it up and catch it. If you are feeling like you're going to lose the ball, just don't toss it up as high. You can make a really nice shallow toss as well. So we're going to start from 0, counting in 6s at 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. There we go, 60. Now you can switch hands, and again, if you can't see it from the front view, I always keep a little fold in my hips and a little flex in my knees so I can respond more quickly than if I had all my joints locked down. So with the right hand counting back from 60, 54, 48, 42, 36, 30, 24, 18, 12, 6, and 0. And that's all we're going to do for today with regards to the coordination drills. However, I would like to finish up with a little bit of stretching. So if you could please grab your chair again, have a seat, get yourself comfortable, tuck the left foot in, extend the right leg out. I want you to take your toe of your right foot, I want you to draw it in towards your knee without letting the knee flex. And then I want you to place your left hand and maybe your right hand on your left thigh as well for support. We're going to pull our posture up because when we fold forward, and you can start doing that now, we're going to fold from the hip alone. We're not going to allow our spine to flex until the very end of the stretch. So just lean forwards until you feel like you've got a deep enough stretch for you. It should be moderate. And we're going to take 5 deep slow breaths in and out, starting from 1. Slowly exhale. 2. Just take a moment here and focus on your breath. 3. As you exhale, if you feel like you can go a little deeper, 4. Then you can do so as you're breathing out. And just towards the end, if you need to flex the spine a little bit, 5. And settle onto your thigh, your left thigh, you can do so. Good. Now you can release. Let's tuck the right foot in, extend the left leg out. We're going to rest our elbow or our hands on our right thigh. Pull your posture up and start folding forward from the hip. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3. I'm always going a little deeper into the stretch as I breathe out. 4. And 5. Absolutely wonderful. So you will have gotten quite a good stretch. That's a double stretch for your calves today and for your hamstrings. I had a good time today, however distracted I may have been. I'm looking forward to training you again in a few days' time. Until then, make sure to stay active, stay healthy, and stay safe.